Support me by giving this video a like, subscribe to my channel, check out my Patreon, or become a channel member using the join button below.
Hello once again, everyone. I'm playing with MahWii with another video game playthrough. This time, it's Kirby's Epic Yarn for the Nintendo Wii. Now I know that a lot of you have complained over the years that I don't play enough Wii games, despite being named Playing with MahWii. Well, here you are, another Wii game for you. Although I really wanted to play this game for quite a long time. As some of you probably remember, I did upload some weekend music for this game, and I do really enjoy the music from this game. So, I've really been interested in it for many years, over a decade. So we're going to be starting a new game, obviously, and as it loads in, we're going to get a little bit of cutscene action here.
Welcome to Dreamland, a kingdom famous for peace and quiet. It's the perfect little land, if you like that sort of thing. Lately, there have been rumors of a caped sorcerer going around turning people into yarn. That's right, yarn. One day, Kirby saw his favorite food, a bright red tomato, on top of a bush. Down the hatch. But when Kirby tried to eat it, a caped sorcerer appeared. My name is... Hey, what are you doing? Stop that! No, that's my magic metamato. Kirby gulped the metamato right down. Just then, a white sock around the sorcerer's neck began to glow. Then it sucked Kirby up. This grass feels funny, Kirby thought. It feels like pants. And to Kirby's surprise, he saw that his entire body was made out of yarn. Then he saw a yarn monster chasing a blue yarn boy. Somebody help me! Kirby tried to swallow the monster up, but the air went right through his body. Kirby wondered what he should do. Suddenly, Kirby transformed into a car. He drove away with the boy and left the monster behind to eat his dust. Apparently, that strange metamato gave Kirby the power to seamlessly transform into a car and who knows what else.
Alright, well, it's a good thing that Kirby certainly knows how to do things quickly, like he picked up on the whole yarn gimmick very quickly and turned himself into a car like that. So now we get to meet Prince, I forget his name already, but, he's somewhat important. Also, if you're co-oping this game, the second player plays as him, so. Alright, so this is the very first stage. It's more like a tutorial stage. But first, I really wanted to get, kind of a feel of the whole area here, the hub area. And just kind of look at what's going on and also get used to some of the controls. But yeah, the main attack here is Kirby's yarn whip thing. And he can just kind of pull stuff. These apartment things become somewhat important later. But yeah, for now we're going into Patch Castle to kind of get, a feel for the game. One of the things that I've really heard over the years about this game was that it's really easy. You don't really die, I don't think, in this game. But the real challenge comes from collecting everything. As you can see, I'm collecting these beads, and there's a certain number of beads in every level that you have to collect to reach certain metal thresholds where, there's like no metal, then there's a bronze metal, then silver, then gold. Yeah, we're learning about Kirby's submarine transformation when he goes underwater, jumping so Kirby doesn't have like the standard multi-jump thing that he does in other Kirby games. He just kind of has like a parachute thing that lets him fall slower. But yeah, the main goal is just to complete the levels. Collecting all of the stuff is, again, just a bonus overall. But it's, you know, if you're going for like a 100% playthrough, then yeah, you have to basically have to get all of the gold medals, all of the collectibles in each stage, and that's pretty much it. There's some optional stuff. I forget what they're called, but there's 3 of them in each level, and each one you get makes the little bonus thing at the end of the level have a better chance to get better bonuses. So that's another collectible. Like I said, you know, the apartments will become more important later. That's one of them. That's one of the things that will give more bonuses at the end. When Kirby pulls certain objects like that Model D sphere, it'll turn into certain things like that. You just sort of turn into more like a spear, like an arrow. But yeah, so here's the bonus thing at the end, very reminiscent of Super Mario World 2. And yeah, you got the big bonus. So yeah, there's the small bonus, which is the 2 stars, the bigger bonus, which is the 3 stars, and then yeah, the biggest bonus, which gives you extra beads at the end, which is 5 stars. But yeah, again, as long as you have enough beads collected overall through the stage, then you don't have to really worry about the bonus thing at the end. But you know, it is just sort of a nice thing to collect. Alright, so that's it for the tutorial area. We got all the collectibles, including a CD.
Thanks for your help, the Blue Yarn Boy said. Not that I needed it. I'm Prince Fluff. Ever since Yin Yarn the Sorcerer ripped Patchland into 7 pieces, you just can't go anywhere without running into these horrible... But Fluff was interrupted when they were attacked by a huge 3-eyed blob of yarn. Ew, gross, stop it! But before the blob could eat Prince Fluff, Kirby transformed and smashed it to smithereens in a most spectacular fashion. Among the little blob bits, there was a shimmering piece of spiraling yarn. That's it! That's the magic yarn, Fluff exclaimed. This was what Prince Fluff had been looking for. Yin Yarn had stolen the magic yarn from Patchland. The yarn weaved its way into the fabric of the kingdom and stitched 2 pieces of Patchland together. What about the other pieces? I've got to find the rest of them. Kirby, always happy to help, decided to help his friend recover the missing pieces. And the 2 began their journey to stitch Patchland back together.
Alright, so that's basically at the end of each world. You'll see that cutscene where it's sort of like stitching the world back together, which, you know, as we saw, had been sort of torn apart. And that's each of the worlds in this game. So yeah, the CDs, you'll be able to, I believe it's right here, the Patch Plaza. You can see the sort of like the collectibles that you got along the way, including the CDs, which will obviously play music. So this is, oh shoot, I forgot what this guy's name is too. But yeah, as we found out, Dom Wool, that's his name. Prince Fluff, that was the prince's name. But yeah, Dom Wool is the owner of this apartment establishment here. And as you will see here, he's going to give Kirby his own apartment, pretty much just for being a friend of Prince Fluff's, but also, you know, helping save the world and stuff. Now, for your listening pleasure, I'm going to make random noises for the ASMR tingles as we watch this little cutscene. So this is how you change the layout of the apartment. Obviously it uses the Wii remote. But yeah, this is pretty much the reason why I didn't play it on emulator, because I don't have like a connector, like a Bluetooth connector thing to register the Wii remote, be able to use on my PC. So yeah, this made things a lot easier, just being able to just play it on my Wii. Haha, funny joke. But yeah, so just doing a little bit of random decorating. It's very Animal Crossing-esque, but in 2D, obviously. But yeah, I'm just kind of going through each of the menus here, just kind of looking at what I have and yada yada. But yeah, as you saw from the gameplay in the practice stage, Kirby also doesn't have access to the swallow mechanic, the suck mechanic, that he does in other Kirby games. He doesn't, take other enemies' powers. He just kind of, you hit them with the whip, and then you can use them as projectiles. Or use their projectiles as projectiles, Alright, so whenever I'm done with this portion here, we'll leave. But, yeah. Alright, so there you go. Oh, and Kirby can sit down on the throne. Isn't that adorable? Alright, so we're gonna move our way out of here. And then, yeah, I don't remember if Tom has anything else to say. No, he doesn't. Alright, so we're moving on to the first, actual world. Which is Grassland, which, that's something that you would expect from a Kirby game, because, that's Grassland is sort of a staple in the Kirby universe. Alright, so here we get our first really, just, in my opinion, amazing track in this game. Yeah, I really enjoy the music in this game. Obviously, I mentioned that before, uploaded the weekend music, and it's just, I don't know, it's just so calming. It's really nice, melodic, calming, soothing music. It's great. Alright, so we're going to go through. I don't know why. I think this was Fountain Gardens. I don't know why I wasn't paying attention to what the actual name of the stage was. Sorry about that. But yeah, so we get to see, obviously some new enemies here. And while I'm doing that, or going through the level, I might as well go ahead and do the standard thing that I haven't done in a very long time in my playthroughs, because this is obviously a post-commentary recording playthrough. So I'm going to do something I haven't done in a long time, which is read Wikipedia information. So, this is that Kirby's Epic Yarn is a platform video game developed by Good Feel and published by Nintendo for the Wii. It is the 10th installment of the Kirby series and was released in October 2010 in Japan and in North America, and in February 2011 in Australia and Europe. I meant to say 2011, not 2011. It is the first entry in the Kirby series on a home video game console since 2003's Kirby Air Ride for the GameCube, and it's its first home console platform game since 2000's Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards for the Nintendo 64. So yeah, once again, getting used to some of the mechanics in this game. As you saw, the fountain can shoot Kirby upwards. And Kirby has sort of like that anvil mechanic. And there's the monkey monsters. And using the whip in sort of creative fashions is definitely very helpful and necessary in a lot of places. So each of these is sort of like square patches, obviously hold something behind it. And yeah, there are ways to just kind of go into the background. And there will be like hidden platforms and stuff that you can get to through different doors. Yeah, so swinging around these trees will shake loose the beads that are in them. Most beads in the levels don't actually disappear if they're left on the ground, but some do, like those you saw almost did. Man, it's nothing really too exciting in this little dimension, so I'll just go ahead and read some more information. The game follows Kirby, who has been transformed into a yarn and sent to Patchland, a world made out of completely out of fabric. He must help Prince Fluff by collecting 7 pieces of magic yarn that are used to stitch Patchland together in order to stop the game's antagonist, Yin Yarn. Kirby's epic yarn utilizes a unique craft-based visual style. The game's characters and environments consist entirely of yarn, fabric, and other craft materials. Unlike most games in the Kirby series, Kirby is unable to inhale or fly, instead relying on the ability to morph into other objects such as a parachute, a car, and a submarine, as well as larger objects, which actually we will see in this very level, coming up very shortly. But yeah, I couldn't possibly be the only one who's getting creeped out by that cloud. Just the eyes and the mouth on that cloud really kind of freaked me out. But yeah, there was another of the bonus things. Again, I forgot what they're called. They do have a name. They're not just called bonus things. But yeah, there's Fountain Gardens. We got the CD for that. Alright. So now we have the gold medal, which obviously Kirby is very excited about. But yeah, so we're gonna go into the background here, and we're gonna collect these last beads, even though again these aren't necessary. But you know me, I just love collecting stuff. So if there's anything worth collecting that's there, I just cannot leave it behind. Also, yeah, the card transformation is pretty much Kirby's go-to transformation when moving around and stuff, because you know it's just, well, it's faster. I kind of got a little bit messed up here. I didn't quite realize that you can't go down platforms. So, well, you know, at least go down platforms that are, you know, like the background platforms. But yeah, we're gonna go over here through this pretty crazy looking castle. Get this thing, which is like the star. It's like a star bead. It's just worth a bunch of different beads. Or it's just worth a larger number of beads, I should say. So I can't remember if I got through there, but again, I wasn't really too worried about that. Also, apparently those 2 Waddle Dees were in love, and I kind of ruined that by killing them. So, here's one of those larger transformations that Kirby gets. This is the tank, where you know, an infinite amount of missiles. Also, these flying dudes, I forgot their names, but yeah, they come buzzing on through here, and they are very annoying. The enemies themselves are annoying, but yeah, they do carry missiles. You can see it here, and if the missiles hit, then yeah, there it is. I lose a bunch of beads, and that was very, very frustrating for me. I don't know why I was having so much trouble in this particular area. But yeah, needless to say, I got hit a lot here, and I was very, very frustrated about it. Yeah, you can't just kill these guys by just running into them. But again, the problem is the missiles. And yeah, like these guys have an invincible. I don't know how that hit me. That was really frustrating. So like, not only do they have like a really wide arcing hitbox going on there, but yeah, they have like splash damage too. Also, my apologies if you're hearing noise in the background. There's like lawn guys are here. Of course, they have to be right. They have to be here right now while I'm trying to do commentary. So that in itself is very frustrating. So yeah, this whole sequence here was frustrating for different reasons, both at the time and now while I'm doing the recording. But yeah, as you can see, I was just, oh my goodness, I was just spamming the missiles super hard, because I was just really sick of getting hit. And yeah, there's not really much that I can do unless, yeah, and there you go, and the missiles are also active before they throw them. So even if they're like holding up the missiles over their heads, and I run into them, it still counts as me getting hit. So that's also super annoying. But yeah, that's it for this area. with something, but yeah, I don't think it was super important. But yeah, got the bonus portion at the end. Got the extra large bonus, which it looks like was at 500 beads. But yeah, that's a whole bunch. So yeah, now that the fountain garden's away, and we get our little bonus portion at the end, I'm just gonna, oh, well, it's not really that time to sign out. Kind of about a minute long with this video. Oh, look at me getting ahead of myself. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this ASMR playthrough video. I hope you all have a great April Fool's Day. And yeah, there's that's right, after you complete each stage, you get a patch that unlocks the next stage. And all you have to do is just throw the patch. I just pressing 1, and it just automatically goes into place, and then it unlocks the next stage. So this is gonna be the butterfly something or other. This very lovely cutscene that they do for each of the stages. But yeah, Flower Fields is up next. So I'm gonna just say that's it for this part of the Kirby's Epic Yarn playthrough. I will see you all in part 2 of the Kirby's Epic Yarn playthrough. See you all next time.
A huge thank you to my monthly supporters who helped make this video possible. Tiberia, Yale, Crasher, Colin, Joel, Kite, Boo Games, Savage Zoo, and Shop 15.